Have you ever been scrolling on social media, just casually doom scrolling, and then something comes along and interrupts you, and you lose your fucking shit? Like, you become so triggered out of your fucking mind, and you probably even have an emotional outburst, like everything that you've been bottling up inside you, just it'll unleash it on this person who interrupted you from literally social media scrolling. It's not even that serious, and then you're like, why the fuck did I have this like intense reaction? That it was not like the same ratio as to what happened. Like, that reaction was not warranted at all. Why did that happen? If you've ever experienced that, same girl, same. Literally, I lived years of my life, maybe even the majority of my life, this way. And a couple of years ago, I found out the reason why. I don't know why it took me so long to realize, but I eventually found out and had the realization that I was having a bajillion intrusive thoughts a minute, or a second even, it felt like. I was having so many intrusive thoughts that got worse and worse and worse over the years, and anytime I tried to like actively stop the intrusive thoughts, they came back like 10 times stronger. And I realized the only time my mind would actually go quiet was when I was full of so much stimulation my brain literally couldn't focus on anything else, which happens to me social media, and for a while it was substances, not gonna lie. But once I realized that my intrusive thoughts were the root of all of my problems, it felt like, I knew that I had to find a way to make them stop, because I knew that not everyone in the fucking world lived like that. For a long time, I thought it was just my brain, like, oh, this is just how my brain is wired. I need to be doing something at all times or else I'm gonna have like a panic attack. I tried different therapies, psychiatric medications, literally every single mood stabilizer I have been on, and none of them worked, baby. None of them. Then I went in my big long journey of self-improvement and like spirituality, and I went and researched some things that had to do with like brain science, but also had to do with the woo-woo. And after my years of research doing the both science and woo-woo research, I found a step-by-step solution on how to erase your intrusive thoughts. It's actually insane. I did it for myself, and I went from literally having a million intrusive thoughts a second to having maybe one intrusive thought a month. And that intrusive thought I have a month, it doesn't bother me whatsoever. And so after I figured out how to do that for myself, now I'm teaching everyone who is willing to change how to do that for themselves. If you go to my profile right now, you will see a link. You can click on it, and then you will get access to my very first lesson of how to kill your intrusive thoughts workshop. The very first lesson is absolutely free, because I know that you need to like see the results before you financially contribute to anything, and I totally get that. Like, don't trust random people on the internet. Actually see the work and see how it changes you first, and then you can go on with the rest of the lessons.